Good Thursday, everyone. I'm meteorologist Dave Snyder at the National Weather Service with Alaska's statewide weather. High pressure across the Chukchi Sea at 1,021 millibars, still pushing in a decent amount of wind across the Beaufort Seacoast this afternoon. Showers of snow continue there from Point Barrow eastward toward Kaktovik, a little bit heavier the further east you go toward Canada as a cold front's racing across the coastline. Low clouds and poor visibility continue across the coastal plain, and high surf conditions are expected to last at least until 6 o'clock, with westerlies blowing 25 to 35 knots. And 7 to 9 foot waves there expected offshore, the sea level about 2 feet above normal. Again, conditions should be improving from this point onward. Around the interior, especially the middle Tanana Valley, the Chena at the Moose Creek Dam is under a flood warning. That'll go until the mid-evening hours. Expect that to begin falling later this evening. And for marine areas, expect gales tonight around the Barren Islands, Kodiak Island, and the north and western parts of the Gulf of Alaska, with small craft advisories posted south of the Alaska Peninsula and west of Kodiak Island, and also across coastal sections of southeastern Alaska. Gales will crank up Friday night across the central and western chain. Looking at the weather chart, low pressure is moving through Bristol Bay later on tonight and into early tomorrow morning. The triple point part of the weather system working up across the eastern sections of the Kenai Peninsula, heading for the western Prince William Sound. That should concentrate some of the heavier rainfall across the northern Gulf Coast and into areas around Yakutat and northern sections of southeast heading into Friday morning. High pressure still sitting across the northeastern part of the Pacific at 1,027 millibars. That pretty much sets up a conveyor belt of precipitation heading right for northern southeast heading through Friday afternoon. Frontal boundary banks up across the Alaska Range on the south side, and as that doesn't move any further north, expect rainfall to park across the Alaska Range and snow at higher elevations through a good part of Friday afternoon, keeping visibility poor for flying. Low pressure south of the central and western chain at 976 millibars begins to fill in a little bit more for Saturday afternoon. It rises to 978. The low still south of Adak, with a frontal boundary crossing over the chain heading through Saturday afternoon. High pressure will drop southward across the Bering Strait at 1,023 millibars, setting up just west of Tin City and Norton Sound. With that, expect mainly sunny conditions for a large part of the continent north of the Yukon River. And across the Beaufort Seacoast, expect a little more cloud cover with another section of high pressure sitting there. Sunny conditions for a large part of the interior. Low pressure will keep rainfall across northern southeast and southern south central heading into the weekend. With Alaska statewide weather, I'm meteorologist Dave Snyder.